Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're doing 10 reasons why you should move to Perth. We're doing it about Perth because we're in Perth at the minute and it's the longest we've lived anywhere in Australia.
8 months?
8 months?
Yeah. And it's gone so quick. So quick.
We've had a good time, haven't we?
Yeah, such a good time. And this is why we're doing a video on 10 reasons why you should move to Perth. Obviously, we say it in every video, but this is just based on our own experience. So everyone's experience is different, but this is just ours.
Exactly.
So this might be controversial, but first of all, I want to talk about how affordable it is to live in Perth. So the cost of living is a bit lower than it is to live in your typical cities like Sydney and Melbourne.
Mainly them two.
They're very expensive and house prices are higher.
Yeah, it's definitely gone up here, the rent and stuff, since we've been here, but still nothing compared to Sydney and Melbourne. I lived in Sydney for 3 months and I can tell you it's definitely cheaper here. We've been able to get a place really close to the city.
Yeah.
I feel like in Sydney or Melbourne, you're very lucky if you can get a place that close to the city. I was living a good 15 minutes out of the city and I thought that was decent there. Here we're a 5-minute bus from the city and I feel like you couldn't really do that in the main cities.
I feel like if you live in the Sydney city centre, that's going to be so expensive.
Yeah, literally.
You get a better opportunity to live in the city in Perth because the prices are a bit lower and there's actually more places going.
So the next one is the scenery. Scenery in Perth is actually unreal. I think like Sydney gets such a reputation for how like pretty it is by the like harbour and the opera house. It is nice.
It's nice, but it's nothing. I think Perth.
But I think Perth's just as nice, and it doesn't have the reputation for that.
Really?
So nice. Like we went for like a walk down last night by the water and stuff.
We'll put some clips in as well.
It's unreal. Like the whole city. And like you got Kings Park, which is sick. Like
it looks out the whole city.
You got a view of the whole city.
It's definitely got one of the nicest botanical gardens.
Yeah.
Really pretty and really big botanical gardens.
Everywhere you go there's like a view. You'll go up a little hill and you'll get like a view of the city with the water and stuff behind it. It's actually one of like the best looking cities I've
Yeah,
seen.
it's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, literally it's sick. Because you get the sunsets here as well.
And the sunsets are so beautiful.
Because we're on the west coast, we get the sunsets in Perth. It sets over the water, it looks sick.
Yeah, Australia in general, it has amazing sunsets. Some of the best sunsets I've ever
best
seen.
we've seen in it.
Yeah.
But like, it's a nice city. It's proper like pretty. It's one.
And it's clean, pretty clean.
Yeah, as cities go, it's clean.
I think it's cleaner than Adelaide.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is the weather. Now, obviously, you're gonna think, oh, of course, it's Australia. It's gonna be nice.
We say weather every video.
We say weather in every video,
but this seriously.
No, honestly, being serious, it's one of the most sunniest places I've ever lived in.
Oh, yeah.
And we came here in winter.
We got here in winter and it was still sunny, like at least 50% of the days.
It was so sunny. Actually, up to 70% of the year, Perth is one of the sunniest places in Australia.
Honestly, like it shocked me. Over the summer, I think it's rained once in like 4 months. Like from October until now, which is start of March. We've had like 2 days of rain. And it's hardly rained. Yeah,
and it just even the climate in general, don't get me wrong, when it gets to 40 degrees, it's pretty unbearable.
Yeah, literally, especially with no aircon.
It's quite a nice dry heat, so it's not humid
exactly.
like Kent and Darwin. It's actually more bearable, isn't it, when it gets hot?
The best thing is here is you can plan stuff outside and you know it's going to be sunny.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go for a barbecue in 3 weeks time on like a Friday,
and guarantee
you know it's going to be sunny. You can count on it every time. The only thing is it might be a bit windy, but
yeah, but not that windy really. And do you know what? Sticking on the scenery, I feel like when it's sunny, everything just looks 100% nicer.
You can't rate a place if you've only spent your days there in the rain.
Because honestly, we was in Adelaide when it was winter and it rained so much.
Yeah.
And
It rained so much, didn't it?
We just hated it.
Miserable.
Definitely one of the most sunniest cities.
Yeah, the best weather I've honestly ever seen, 100%.
Yeah, and bearable. I'm gonna have a sip of Prime, guys. I've been loving Prime. So nice. It's so sweet, so I'm not promoting it. I'm not sponsored. It's got so many vitamins in.
Imagine we were sponsored by Prime. 163 subscribers.
I'd love to be.
So the next point is that Perth's like an upcoming city. I think it's like the fastest growing city in Australia, from what I've heard. I know loads of British people obviously come here, like so many people are coming to Perth. Even since we've been here, I feel like loads of people have come in, but you can see how fast it's growing. There's like, we're in the city now, there's like so thousands of cranes, like everything, like you can see they're probably putting in the work on the city. So many people are moving here, so that's a good place to be. You want to be in a city that's like constantly like developing. It obviously means there's loads of jobs, like we found out here.
There's a lot more job opportunities, because there's so many mines in WA.
Yeah, the mining industry is what's made Perth like do so well. I've heard so much money in Perth and Western Australia because of all the mines.
And I feel like if you've got a trade, 100%. You're going to do pretty well over here, and there's going to be a lot more opportunities.
100%. If you're into construction, you will find a job in Perth in like a day.
Yeah, definitely that. And even if you're not, like, the mines have so many different jobs. Like, you can do hospitality, you can do cleaning, you can do... I met a girl and she was just literally on a conveyor belt and just getting the gold bits out of it all day. Oh no, I was just like, she's getting paid so much just to like pick.
Yeah.
Perth is one of the safest cities to live in. I'm not saying safest, because I'm not saying that there isn't stuff that goes on, but it is one of the safest cities, and I feel that.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel that.
I think Australia in general is really safe, but
yeah,
Perth's really nice.
The crime rate is a lot lower than it is in cities. I'm just going back to Sydney and Melbourne again, because it's just easy to say that.
Definitely. Yeah, you feel safe. Obviously, like, there's a few like nutters because you're in a city, but
yeah, you could say at least. But
generally you're safe.
Mainly cities are like that anyway, so you go out into the other suburbs and yeah, obviously a bit more safer. The city's safe in the day, I feel like. Yeah, but early hours in the morning and obviously late at night you do get characters and crime.
Yeah. You're never going to find a city that's perfect though, unless you're in like Dubai where there's no crime on Perth.
Yeah.
Like,
but genuinely, hands on my heart, I feel a lot safer here than I did in Adelaide or Sydney.
Yeah. So next thing on the list is that there's so many food places, cafes, restaurants, like everything. Just walking through the city when we first got here.
Especially brunch.
Yeah, like we didn't hear anything about that before we came, but like we walked down here, they were like so, like, need to try that place, need to try that place, like everywhere we go.
Yeah, even though I'm not really on TikTok at the minute, but when I was, so many cool, funky, amazing restaurants and cafes, mainly like bakeries and stuff.
Yeah, bakeries, coffee shops.
Like Croft Bakery. There was another one we wanted to try, the cookie one. But even like little dessert shops like Yochi, and I know that's a big chain, but so many little snacky bits and bakeries I just love.
Like, the actual city's got quite a lot of good food places, but if you go out, even like some of the little suburbs, they have like a little strip, like Leaderville and stuff.
And coffee shops, I love the coffee shops over here. They've got a really nice chilled vibe to them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like rushed. They're just really nice and cute. So yeah, I love the food here. We've not really tried that many restaurants.
We've been trying to save.
It's because we've been trying to save, but we're more of a brunchy kind of people.
Need coffee.
Need. Okay, so public transport. I genuinely feel like Perth is good for public transport because you've got the boat that gets you from one side of the city to the other side of the city. You can use your Transperth card. So basically, if you want to get around Perth, you buy a Transperth card and you can just top it up at the little stations and you just tap on and tap off. It's really simple, and that works for the boat, well, the ferry, the buses, the train. They don't have trams in Perth, do they? No, they don't. But I feel like it's such a good way to get around, and it's so accessible. All the other suburbs, I just think it's...
People say they don't like the transport here. I don't know why, I think it's decent.
I think it's absolutely fine.
They have made me late for work quite a few times.
But that's public transport in general.
That's probably, exactly. It's always going to be late, which does annoy me. But in general, I think if you want to get anywhere in the city, you can. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
A few trains, a few buses.
And it's always fun getting the ferry.
Yeah, the ferry.
I really like getting the ferry.
So next thing is that there's loads of young people in Perth. This goes out to like young people sort of 20s, 30s that are looking at moving here. Those young people in Perth, probably more than I've seen anywhere in Australia. Like we've lived in like Adelaide and stuff where there's more families.
Sydney, there's a lot of young people.
Sydney, there's young people, everyone's in Sydney. Like you got young, you got old, you got all kind of thing. But here, like young people have stood out a lot more, particularly like British young people, European.
A lot of students as well.
A lot of students, like also, if you want to make friends and stuff, then you're going to find it probably quite easy if you want to put the effort in. Yeah,
and I feel like there's not just that culture of and get drunk. I feel there's more opportunities to meet young people through doing other stuff. I know there's a lot of run clubs. like fitness classes, just join Facebook groups to meet people. Even just walking down the street, you just see so many young people, which I think is really nice actually. So sticking on the people, I feel people in Perth are a lot more chilled out and relaxed and friendly. Obviously not everyone, but I kind of get the vibe, especially if you're in the different suburbs. Perth's not a very rushed city. I don't feel the rush. When I used to go get the train in Adelaide to go to work, I just felt a massive rush, and I felt that in Sydney as well. And Melbourne, so rushed.
Probably because you don't get the train to work here.
No, I walked through the city today to work. True. But I don't know, I feel like it's a lot more calmer, and I feel like it's a lot more calm and relaxed, and people are a tiny little bit more laid back.
I agree. I think the nicest Australians I've met have been from Perth. Yeah. I work with a lot of customers and stuff at work, whatever. Most people are chill. You get the odd like person who's kicking up a fuss, but
like somebody screaming outside our window at 4 AM.
Literally, yeah, that's someone just off their head. In general, most people in Perth, I found them been so nice. Like probably the nicest we've seen in Australia, really.
Yeah.
I don't know how many we've done. If we go over 10 points, then it is what it is. We're going to put 10 as the video title, but
it might be 8. It might be 8.
Oh, it might not even be 10.
So even though Perth is one of the most isolated cities in Australia,
in the world,
but it's actually beneficial if you want to get to Asia or you want to fly back to England, because it's closer to them than it is from Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane.
Yeah, exactly, and probably a bit cheaper. Like,
yeah,
so many Australians from Perth just go Bali on the weekend because it's like a 3-hour flight.
It's close.
Obviously, if you're flying from the East Coast, you're looking at more like 6-7 hours,
which is crazy, absolutely crazy, I think.
So we're obviously going to Asia in like 4 weeks, so it's nice and easy for us, just straight up.
And cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so next up is pretty obvious, but it's the beaches.
Actually some of the nicest beaches in Australia.
Yeah, definitely. I knew Perth had a reputation for the nice beaches, but it's definitely the best beaches I've seen. Do you know what the best thing about the beaches here are compared to a lot of the East Coast is you find like the best beach here and you have the whole thing to yourself.
Yeah, they're quite big and not overcrowded.
You go Bondi Beach or something and like you're not going to find a spot, are you, on a good day? Here you kind of get the whole thing to yourself.
Yeah, there's so much choice as well.
Even the beach is so close to the city, it's so nice, but if you go further up the coast, like the sand's like flour.
What's your favourite beach in Perth that we've been to? I'd probably say maybe Cottesloe.
Yeah, Cottesloe's the most like, I like going to Cottesloe.
Because you can swim in the sea, because they've got a net. So some beaches in Perth actually have nets where you can swim and not be scared of sharks.
Like I went to a beach just south of Cottesloe, it's called Mosman Beach or something I think. I'll put a picture on the screen, the sand is like white, like paper, and then the sea's so clear and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're nicer beaches, but obviously you haven't got the net to swim.
If you get a chance to do the West Coast, you're going to see some of the most amazing beaches in your life.
Yeah.
They will be very, very quiet. I wish we could do that.
Yeah, I know. The beaches here are good because they're close to the city. You get like a train, it's like 20 minutes, or a bus, it's like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Next is the nature and hiking that you can do in Perth. You'd probably be surprised, but even though it's a city, there's so much greenery. Parks, hikes. We've done a few hikes. We've done the John Forest hike, which that was really lovely. It's just nice to escape the city sometimes and really just take in the nature. And you'll see some kangaroos.
Why did you say it like that? Like David Attenborough.
You can see some roos.
Rangacoos
if you go and do the hikes. What was another one we did? Oh, the one with the pool.
We did. It was near Kalamunda.
And you can do retired. And you can get the buses there as well, which is perfect. It's accessible to anyone.
Yeah, and if you want something close to the city, there's obviously loads of parks. There's Kings Park, which is literally like so close to the city, and that's massive. We haven't even explored all of it.
Yeah,
it's got the sickest views and stuff.
And
it's mad how like they have such a massive park so close to the city.
And even because when we were living in West Perth, 15-minute walk, massive lake, beautiful forest surrounding it. Yeah. It was 15 minutes away from our house, and that was like near the city.
That's one thing I think with Australian cities, to be fair, is sick how much nature they have. You go in London, in London you just see concrete.
Oh, it's just concrete, isn't it? Really nice because you just need to have that to just feel sane.
100%, yeah.
Like
I feel happier in nature,
yeah,
100%
nature's so
always.
good for
like,
you.
I don't actually like the city that much. Like it obviously looks sick and stuff, and it's good for like a visit.
Yeah.
But if I spend too much time in the city, I'm just like, get away from me to everyone.
You just feel really happy being in the city. Even if you do live there?
Yeah, exactly. So overall, I think if you're looking to move to Perth, this is like my review. I think if you're like a couple or anyone who just wants like a chilled out life, lots of nature, lots of hikes, do you know what I mean? Just going out for some nice food, just living like a good laid back life, not getting too distracted so you can still work and stuff. I definitely recommend it. I wouldn't move here if you're looking for like crazy nightlife.
Or busy.
Like busy and stuff going on every night, because you're not going to find that. I think it's been good for us because we've been able to get our head down, but also enjoy the city as well.
Yeah, it's the perfect city to come to if you do want to save your money, or you do just actually want to settle down here. Obviously, if you are a backpacker and wanting that vibrant, crazy life, backpacker lifestyle, then move to Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane, whatever.
Absolutely.
So that's just based on our own opinion. We've lived in Perth now 8 months, and
it's been sick, hasn't it?
We've absolutely loved it. We've made so many memories.
Yeah.
And we've met some cool people. We already knew some people here. But yeah, that's just based on our experience. So let us know if you've been to Perth and what your experience was like.
Yeah, try it for yourself. Don't just listen to our points.
Don't listen to us.
Don't listen, listen to us.
No, listen to us, but for yourself, because it's always based on someone. Like, we had a friend that just moved into our house and lasted, what, a month? And now he's gone. He's gone back to Melbourne because he hated Perth. It depends on you as a person. But yeah, we hope you like this video.
Yeah, stay tuned for some more videos. We can't wait to do some more like actual real life videos. We're actually gonna do some stuff.
Real life videos.
Well, not real life.
It's not real life.
Actually,
vlogs.
Yeah, vlogs. Yeah, that's the one.
Because as you can see, we have started the countdown to Asia, as we are in a hostel right now. So we've got some exciting videos to come. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. We do really enjoy your comments. We do like reading through them.
Some of them are funny.
They're great, and we appreciate the time you take to write them, because some of them are very lengthy.
They're paragraphs. It's like a book.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you soon.
Thanks.